Before you judge me on how my team looks, just know I haven't finished Jean or Blanc yet, honestly. Blanc still needs better equipment, and Jean needs her fucking ability boost and upgraded equipment, so don't fucking yell at me about how low their stats are. I know, I'm working on it. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the DS Asylum. I'm your Ward of the Miji Shrine, and today I'm going to be talking about my problem with the Protector Luminous. Now, I already made a whole video about this. You can go check that out if you haven't already. But a lot of people didn't want to like Luminous because they thought, you know, she wouldn't be as good of a blue skill point stacker as other protectors, and that's just not true. So I did a whole fucking experiment, and I proved that she was just as good, if not better, than other blue stacking protectors. But I am going to say that I do have a problem with Luminous, and that problem is, if we take a look at Luminous over here, she gives Visions of Coleus Force characters 60 probably when she's maxed out. 58% damage to Visions of Coleus Force characters against the Wind attribute. Here's my issue with that. You take a look at this team right here. This is probably the most optimal team you can run. I mean, maybe you could replace Rimuru with Kazuma. That works. If you have Kazuma, you can replace Rimuru with him. But if you don't have the Konosuba collab characters, and you actually have Rimuru's skill fuse, which I don't because he's only at 92, but let's just pretend for a second that Rimuru is skill fused. This is probably the most optimal team you could run with the Visions of Coleus team. 4 of the 5 units are space, and if you don't know anything about this game, space is already super effective against wind. You already have that type advantage over the wind type. So why does Luminous need to give you that extra 60%? There's no reason why Luminous needs to give you double type advantage. If we take a look over here at my Vengeance team, Velzard gives extra damage against water units. That seems fine. There's actually not a single unit on this team that is strong against water. The only one that would be strong against it is the Fenrir Shuna, if you summon for her, and okay, that's one character. But the rest of the team, realistically, is not strong against water. So Velzard effectively gives you type advantage over 2 different typings. Whereas Luminous effectively only gives you double type advantage over 1 typing. And it's like, anything that's got to do with wind, yeah, this team will fucking destroy it. But if it's not wind, I mean, they'll still probably destroy it because this team is really fucking good. But why did Luminous have to give you extra damage against wind characters? Like, why couldn't it be earth characters? That actually would have really offset the fucking disadvantage this team has against earth characters if they got that 60% damage increase. If they got the type advantage damage against earth characters, this team would actually be able to function in stages that are earth. But let's just say you don't want to do that, right? Velzard didn't, make the type disadvantage neutral. So let's just say they had it against fire. There's no one on this team that's strong against fire. Why not? Like, literally, why not? You did it with Velzard. Again, you fucking did it with Velzard. Why not? Why is it that wind is the typing you chose? I don't care about doing double damage, realistically, because type advantage triple damage against wind characters. It'd be far more interesting if you gave me that double damage against, you know, some random ass type. Again, Earth would cover the weakness this team has, but even just like fire or light, hell, light would help Rimuru, the fucking, the Visions of Coleus Rimuru, who's not on this team because he fucking sucks. He would actually find some use if Luminous gave you extra damage against dark units, because then he could be a legitimate DPS for any dark stages. Because he, or any light stages. I kept saying dark. I meant light. Rimuru is dark. That's why I kept saying dark. I meant light stages. But Rimuru is dark, and he has type advantage over light units. So he'd be a decent DPS if, you know, you were fighting a dark team. Or maybe it was water again. Who knows? Like, maybe the team, maybe the devs just really hate the water tag. I don't know. But, like, just anything but wind. Even if it was space. Like, this whole team is full of space units. And I honestly wouldn't even be that upset if Luminous then gave them extra damage against space characters. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Luminous just giving me double type advantage. I'd rather her give me a different typing. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, do make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that join button if you can, it really does help the channel out. All the links you could ever want are in the description down below. And I will see all of you inmates back here at the asylum for the next video. Peace.